Hi, this is Angie from Concord 9th. Today I'm here to walk you through our July 2018 new product release. This month we have 3 new product bundles, a single background stamp, and a new pack of dip-dyed cards and envelopes that work with many of our products. I will be sharing a few details about each product and showing you some projects today, but be sure to check out each individual product page for more inspiring projects and even how-tos on how to use these products. Here we have our LAUREL frame bundle. The highlight of this stamp set is the multi-layering technique that provides real depth to the LAUREL frame. First, you stamp the solid image first in a lighter ink, and then you stamp the more detailed piece over the top in a shade darker ink. You do this with both the leaves and the flowers. Notice that there is an empty space in the LAUREL frame right here. That is where you stamp the flowers. Then it will create an open middle. It's hard to tell because of the images here, but it will create an open middle that provides a perfect area for your sentiments. There are sentiments for wedding, friends, neighbors, baby, birthday, or even just to say hello. Let me show you how these work. Okay, like I mentioned, the first thing you do is you're going to stamp that LAUREL frame in a lighter ink. Scoot these over. Then you'll come in with the more detailed piece and stamp that over the top of this. So when you stamp those two, you actually get this piece right here where you can see that detail added in. Okay, the same holds true for the flowers. So you'll stamp in your lightest ink the solid image, a shade darker and a little more detailed, and again, a shade darker. This one has 3 steps, which then gives you this layered flower right here. So when you have those layered flowers and you add them over the top, you end up with this image. Again, you don't have to do any masking because we've left that spot open for the flowers to fill in, and then you have all of that beautiful detail on your LAUREL frame. Okay. Let me now show you pieces of the die here. Let me slide this over too so I can show you kind of what we're doing. Okay, so once you have stamped your full image like this, okay, then this die right here, this large one, cuts around the entire LAUREL frame. Let me just slide this in. This will be easier. Okay, so once you've gone ahead and stamped this first, then you can die cut it with that piece, and it will die cut around the outside. Okay, it leaves an area right here that you can stamp on, stamp your sentiment. The other option is to die cut the outside and also through the middle with this die piece right here. It's got the part chopped off at the top that goes around that flower edge, but this allows you to have that open window to make shaker cards or just stamp underneath in a different color. Okay, now we also have this piece right here that does die cut these stamped flowers. We did this so that you could actually maybe layer, take some foam tape on that and put it on top to give it a little bit more dimension. Okay, you've got your leaves and the ferns right here. Whoops. And then you've got this banner, okay, which does hold the sentiments in the set. So you've got happy, sweet baby friend. You can stamp right on the banner, or you can take the die cut. So it says there, so you can say hello there. See how you've got your peek through on the there. So you can die cut that out of the banner, or you're left over with your little pieces that say there that you can individually glue down too if you want to use those as individual pieces. And then of course you've got your cute heart to add into the stamp set as well. Okay, so that kind of shows you how the pieces work. Let me show you some projects that we've made with these. Okay, here is a simple card. yet it's really pretty. And notice that it's stamped in grays instead of greens. Just because it's a wreath, a laurel frame, doesn't mean that you need to stamp it in greens. And notice this is also created on one of our new dip dyed carded envelopes, which I believe is really pretty. Here we've added in, you've got kind of the same idea. We've gone ahead and stamped that. We've did not die cut out the middle, but we've put our hello there over the top. And like I mentioned, we did add in an extra layer of flowers by adding in some foam tape on there. And then the background of this is our new stripes and sayings. So pretty. Here is one where we've stamped the laurel frame on green cardstock with green ink, and it just gives it a little more color there, and added in the flowers, the extra ferns and leaves we've popped on top. And then we did leave that open space to stamp our sentiment. And again, the background is with our stripes and sayings. It's just stamped twice for a cute gingham look. Again, same idea with the background, the gingham. We've gone ahead and stamped this, but we did die cut out the middle, and notice there's some fun sequins in there, so you can make a cute, really cute shaker card. Now, just because it's a laurel frame or a wreath doesn't mean you have to stamp it exactly in the middle of your card. We really like it offset on this card. And again, this is just a single layer, like there's no layers on this, but because of the detail in the image, it makes it look like you've layered this up and you didn't even have to do any masking. Here's one where we've used the wreath offset twice on the card and put our sentiment right in the middle as the focal point. This just gives it some character. It looks really pretty. Okay, here we've actually just used the flower pieces with the twigs and the hello there. Again, the there is on its own. You can use it outside of the banner or with it, but that just is a really fun element of flowers there. Here we've also used the die. We've stamped all of the fern pieces and just kind of clipped up the frame and tucked it in behind our focal point of the welcome. And then you've got this card. This is just elegant and really pretty. We've got your floral piece here and your hello that we've die cut from our glitter paper pack in the gold. And then we've again got the stripes and saying sentiments as your backdrop behind. Okay, now that you've seen projects made with this bundle, are you excited to create on your own? We cannot wait to see what you craft up. Here is our Lovely Blossoms Turnabout bundle. With each new monthly release comes new turnabouts. This month it's all about lovely little blossoms. These blossoms are delicate, yet when stamped in 4 different colors, by turning your turnabout, it fills up your card front with flowery goodness. Use these coordinating dies to embellish your cards. I'm also going to show you more about this die because it does offer more than at first glance. Okay, here is something to note, that this turnabout is really fun. If you just stamp it one time, it's very airy and whimsical. If you stamp it a second time in 2 colors of ink, it fills it in a little more. 3 times, 3 colors of ink, and 4 times with 4 colors of ink. It really fills in your card front. And don't be worried, this design, because it is airy and whimsical, it probably wouldn't matter if some of these flowers overlap each other a little bit. The design is very forgiving. Okay, let me show you a little bit more about this die, because like I mentioned, it's more than it appears to be. Okay, now every time you die cut this large hexagon piece, you're going to get the large hexagon and this fallout piece, okay? It's a little double cut line that allows this little frame. So you can use this frame on its own. You can use this hexagon either one of these directions, okay? So with the flat at the top or pointed at the top. Just depends on what direction you want it on your card. Okay, there is also this stitched line in the die. This allows you to either leave it plain or drop your stitched line in when you're, or stitched die in when you're die cutting, and you get that fun stitch around the edge. What's great about the drop in for the stitch is if you don't want it, you don't have to use it. you can use it like this, or you can even just use the drop-in stitch on your cards and it creates this design on the front of your card. Okay, so it doesn't actually die cut it out, it just stitches your card front, which is a really fun background. Also in the die are these little cluster of hearts, so you can die cut them out from the hexagon and use them as a little peek through, or you end up with all of this cute little confetti that you can then put on your cards or use in your shaker cards. Okay, this sentiment says you are lovely. Now when you die cut it out of the hexagon, it fits either this direction or with the point at the top, either way. You can use it as a peek through, or you can use it on its own. Now, just so that you know, it does die cut in 2 different pieces, but it's very easy to just align to glue down on your projects like that right next to each other. So you can use it on its own or in the die cut. And then you've got these cute little blossoms here that also replicate a blossom in the stamp set. So they coordinate well together. Let me show you some projects that we've created using this bundle here. Okay, so here on this card, we've actually stamped this on like a blossom color or a blush cardstock in 4 different colors of ink. I'm not sure if you can tell, but one of the layers is actually gold embossed. So you don't have to stamp all 4 colors in just plain ink. You can emboss the layers as well. And then we've added the You Are Lovely in, and this lovely is die cut from our gold glitter paper. Here is another one where we've done it in 4 colors of ink on the white background of the cardstock. And then again, this You Are Lovely is with our glitter paper. That's from the Neutrals pack in Pearl. Isn't that really fun? It just fills up your card front and it just almost makes it look like it is a paper that you've purchased, but you stamp that yourself. Here's another one where we've got the turnabout as like a little peek through element. And again, that stitched element is on the card, and then we just clipped it with scissors, but it really makes a really fun focal point on the front of your card. Here we've used the hexagon, and again, the points are up, so it still does fit. We've got the You Are Lovely that we die cut out. We die cut it a second time in black cardstock and then puzzled it back in, and it just gives it this fun dimension. Now you might ask yourself, where is that blossom from? It is the tops of these little flowers, like 3 of them that we've layered on top of each other. It just is a really fun way to extend your dies, get creative with them. Here we've used the turnabout, but we stamped it 4 times and white embossed it. So again, you don't have to use turnabouts in 4 colors of ink. We've done it all in 1 color and then embossed that. Isn't that really fun? Again, this is all 1 color of ink, but we've just done tone on tone, and you get these fun little cards. Again, there's that drop-in element of the stitch where we masked that area off before we stamped the background. And literally the only layer on here is that die cut piece. You can make a whole bunch of note cards for somebody and send them out. So fun. Here's another idea of how to do a note card set. We've die cut that hexagon, but again, we've used this little element, okay, as a frame to kind of frame around that, and then use those cute stripes from our Stripes and Sayings stamp set. Cute little hello in the middle. Like, who wouldn't want a grouping of cards like this? I would. Here's another one where we've actually just stamped this lovely Blossoms turnabout 1 time. Well, we've stamped the stripes first, then stamped the turnabout 1 time, and then added in sentiments in between the lines. Isn't that cute? Don't be afraid to pair it with other products that we have also. This is Hugs from our Cuddles and Hugs dies. And look at that hexagon frame, how it just frames it in, and we've added in the little hearts, and then you've got your turnabout as your paper background there. And then here we've made a card where we've actually die cut. We've did the turnabout on just a big 6x6 or 5.5 by 5.5 piece of paper, and then die cut out the hexagons and made our own little pattern here. So fun. Okay, Have you played with our turnabouts before? Like I said, this is a fun one to try because it's a little more forgiving with the design and it doesn't have to be stamped perfectly. We cannot wait to see your lovely projects. Here is our stripes and saying stamp set. We love stripes, so why not have a stamp set that can make stripes and cute gingham? Why not add more to the stamp set like stitched lines, hearts, and fun sayings to mix and match that will fit in between or on top of the stripes? There are sentiments in here like make a wish, celebrate, congratulations. You got thank you so much, so proud. So there's a lot of things that you can do with this stamp set. Let me just show you a few ways to use this. Okay, you can just stamp your stripes down like this, which is what? Vertically on a card. Vertical, I get confused. Vertical, horizontal. Then you can go this direction. Now, if you combine the two, sorry, I meant to go that way. If you combine the two and stamp once this direction, once this direction, then you get your cute gingham. Isn't that adorable? Okay, now I did mention that you can stamp in between the stripes. So we've taken this long row of hearts here and it fits all the way across your card and you can stamp that in between the stripes. You've also got your stitched lines. So take that cute little double stitch here and stamp it in between the lines. And then like I mentioned, you've got your sentiments. They do also fit on the stripes or in between. So that's a really just quick and easy way on how to use the set. Now what I'm going to do is show you some projects that we've made with these stripes. Just super simple card. The white stripes are actually embossed, heat embossed on the colored cardstock. Super simple card, but really cute. Here's one that is finished with the heart stamped in between those gray stripes. And you don't have to stamp them all. You can skip a few lines. Here's one where we've made that really cute gingham with that navy ink. Isn't that adorable? Here's one where we didn't use the stripes at all. We just used the stitched lines in different colors of ink and it looks really cute as a background stamped over and over. Again, we have gone ahead and white embossed, heat embossed the stripes on our cardstock and then took some watercolor and created our own little spectrum of other stripes right there. But it really is watercolored in between with the heat emboss resist technique. Now this one is fun. We've done the stripes. So what you do is you would stamp it once in the lighter color coral and then go back in and shift your stripes up just a bit in the darker ink. And that way you get a little double stripe there. So fun. Look how cute these are. We've actually taken the stripe and just done them on a diagonal on these little cute 3x3 note cards and then stamped our sentiments in between those stripes. Okay, we believe that this Stripes and Says stamp set is a perfect addition to your craft supply. What do you think? Introducing our triple step thank you bundle. You all seem to love our triple step hooray bundle, so we came out with a triple step thank you stamp set and coordinating dies. The triple step allows you to create a great big thank you sentiment, but in 3 different colors. Notice these arrows on the photopolymer. This helps in aligning your letters. Be sure to check out our online tutorial showing how easy it is to line them up. Also included in the stamp set and the die set are little elements to embellish with, such as a peach, hearts, a little gem, things like that. I also want to mention one other thing. This is part of our Giving Back program. We at Concord 9th have decided to start sharing a proceeds of the sale of this particular bundle to our Giving Back program. Be sure and check out our Giving Back page in our shop for all the added details. Let me show you how these projects work, okay? First thing we're gonna do is show you how to actually stamp down the great big thank you. The online tutorial will show you. You start with this piece first. This is the T, O, and the K, so you're going to stamp that down. The next thing you'll do is you'll stamp the H and the N next to it. That's this piece here. Okay, so you've got your 2 colors. And your third step, you'll stamp down the A, Y, and the U, and then you have your thank you that is really big, fills up the front of your card, and it's so cute because it's in 3 different colors. Okay, there are some other elements in the stamp set that are also allow you to do multiple colors and multiple steps. So here you have the peach. You're going to stamp down the peach, the stem in a different color, and then you have your full peach there. Here we've done it with the gems. You've got the gem, little sparkles, and then a sparkly gem. And here, this is really fun. We've layered the hearts for you. So you've got the big outline heart, medium, and then fill it in with a solid heart, and you can get your triple step layered heart there too. So fun. Okay, let me also show you the dies. I'm just gonna slide this in here so you can see this. Now, once you've gone ahead and stamped this thank you onto your card, you can then take the die. So you'll take this outside edge of the die here and it will die cut the thank you. Okay, so that's also fun. We love that you can die cut this out and pop it up on your card or even create a window with it. Then you've got all of these hearts. Okay, so in the stamp set itself, you've got outline hearts and solid hearts. So you can stamp the solid, die cut it, stamp the outline, die cut it, or even just die cut hearts out of cardstock in all these fun sizes. Okay, then you've got your peach, and the stems are separate so that you can easily die cut those. You've got 2 sizes of gems and these fun little blossoms as well. That is all that comes in the die. So now let me show you some projects we've created with this fun bundle here. Okay, so you've got this cute card here that says thank you, you're a peach. And we've just taken the peach and created our own little background. We've die cut that out to really pop it off of the card. And if you notice, we die cut it a second time just in our pearl glitter paper to give that a little sparkle behind there. Here you've got the 3 colors on the thank you, but we actually took the for everything and stamped it right in the middle, which is fun. This is also, the background of this card is one of our new dip dyed cards and envelopes pack. And it makes for a really simple card. Here again, we've done the 3 colors on the thank you and popped it up. And then we've added in those heart elements that by triple stamping those, adding those in. And then the background is from our stripes and sayings stamp set. Also, the background of this one is stripes and sayings where we've made the gingham by stamping it twice. Now the thank you, if you notice, is all in black. You don't have to make them in 3 different colors. You can actually just stamp it down. You still need to stamp it in 3 steps, but you can do it all in 1 color. And then we've just added in those fun blossoms there for pops of color. Like I mentioned, you can do it in 1 color. Here we've stamped the thank you, done the 3 steps of the stamping, and then heat embossed that in white on watercolor paper, and then just did a fun watercolor wash behind it. Added in some fun little heart elements and the sentiment. Here I mentioned you can create a window. So we've stamped the thank you on a piece of white cardstock and then topped it off with this striped craft cardstock and made a really fun shaker window. Okay, now you don't always have to use the giant thank you in the set. Here we've done, there's a smaller thanks in the set and added in you're a gem, added the cute little gem with the sparkles there. And here's one where we've just used the hearts to create our own background. Again, that big thanks from the bottom of my heart and added in all these fun hearts as your backdrop. Okay, again, be sure to check out the online tutorial to show you how to line up these letters and get a great result, and then get ready to send out fun multicolored thank you cards. Introducing our dip dyed cards and envelopes. We love the dip dyed trend, so we asked ourselves how we could create a fun product that can be quick and easy to use. Yes, as fun as it is to dip dye or watercolor, it's also nice when you can crank out a card really quickly, yet make it look like you spent hours on it. Fun fact about these cards and envelopes, they are printed on the front and the back, which makes them even more versatile than you might think. You can use the cards in 4 different ways. Let me show you. Okay, so you can take the card, and this is the portrait with the design on the bottom. You can do it portrait with the design on the top. You can do it landscape with the design to the left. And you can do it landscape with the design to the right. It's perfect to do that because we've, again, printed it on both sides. And then you do have your coordinating envelope that is also printed on both sides. Okay, let me show you some projects that we've done with these cards. Oh, I do also want to show you this. It comes packaged like this. Okay, so it also would make a really fun gift for somebody. Okay, let me just show you how quick and easy these can be. We have just quickly gold embossed, see how that shines, right on top of this navy card on the front. Now look, if you did it on the back, you'd get a different design. Okay, and then on the coordinating envelope, we just added in that cute gold die cut heart to match. On this coral color card, we took our Lovely Blossoms Turnabout and just stamped it in coral ink over the top, and it's got this really beautiful ombre effect. And then just stamp your envelope to match. Here we've taken this thanks and we've put a little frame around it with our Lovely Blossoms dies, added in the hearts so that they match each other. This one is super simple. You've got your envelope, literally stamp down a sentiment, add in some little die cut hearts, and you're done. It looks like you spent a lot of time on it and you probably just needed it in 5 minutes. Here's another one where we have personalized the envelope by stamping the name with our bold and brushy alphabet, added in this element right on the front of the card. Super quick and easy. Here's another one. Like I mentioned, that other card was stamped, the big gold embossed thank you was on this side. This side allows you a little bit more room for your sentiment because it's just dip dyed down there at the bottom. And then again, we've personalized it with our bold and brushy uppercase alphabet. Look how fun this one is. It's got the ombre effect already on the card, so just add in your ombre die cuts. And then we added a hello to the front of the envelope as well. And this one is super cute. You've got your fun envelope, and then just with some die cuts, you can quickly add elements to your cards. Okay. We hope that you like these dip dyed cards and envelopes as much as we do. Get creative. Show us what you do with them. Okay, here it is, our full July 2018 new product release. We hope you are as excited as we are to use these new products. Be sure to check out each individual product page in our shop for inspiring projects and how-tos. Follow us on Instagram, Facebook, Twitter, Pinterest, and YouTube. Tag us when you make projects too. Use hashtag Concord 9th. Happy crafting!